And there we are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the weekly dev talk for Jellyfc. Hope everybody's having a great day. It feels like we were just live a few days ago. That's because we were. So if you guys didn't make it out to the community poker tournament, that was our first attempt at doing a poker tournament. And I think we had a pretty good turnout. We had 18 people registered and actually played. We had more people that were trying to get in but couldn't, quite get it, that kind of thing. Red Panda Mining. So he actually missed registration by like minutes because we only had 10 minutes of late registration. But regardless, we had a really good time. It was a lot of fun. We are going to be doing another one, and um, I think we're going to put it up to a vote. We definitely want to push it a full month out, but some people said Tuesday night didn't work well for them, so we'll just put it to a vote and go from there. I would prefer to do it on a weeknight, but we'll just, I guess, see what everybody votes on for the next poker tournament. We do have a potential sponsor for the next poker tournament for the main prize. I don't want to spill the beans on that yet, but looks like we'll have some more hardware to give away for the first prize, and then littler stuff and your crypto for all the other prizes. But yeah, it was a good time. I ended up finishing, I think, seventh. Dragon, he participated as well? When did you get knocked out?
I got knocked out early. I placed 17th on it.
Hey, it happens. Did you get to rebuy or no?
No, I didn't get a chance to rebuy.
Gotcha. Well, we're gonna tweak some of the rules for the next tournament. So if you guys are interested, that information will come shortly. The Discord poker tab is where you're going to be able to find that. So go to the Discord and then click on the poker tournament tab. If you have questions, fire it away in there. By the way, if you also won and you placed in the top 10, you're in the money. Go create a help ticket in the Discord so that way we know where to send either your funds or your hardware. So I noticed there's a couple people that still haven't actually said anything. But now getting back to actual jellyfish side of things, we are still experiencing some issues with our mining pools, not on the physical operation with them. You can actually connect to them and mine with them depending on your location. So I cannot access the front end of the pools without going through a VPN. But a Dragon, are you able to access it? I don't know if he was either.
I am unable to do both on my side.
That's crazy.
I'm not able to mine. I'm not. I actually, because I'm one of the pool operators, I actually can't. I can't connect to the security SSH. I can't connect to the front end, and I can't connect to mining. I can mine when I send my rigs to mining rig rentals, though. It acts like a proxy VPN, so I'm able to still mine. I just can't access the front end unless I'm on my cell phone.
Yeah. So there's still plenty of work going on behind the scenes trying to get all that fleshed out because we have some future plans to roll out some new ideas and strategies and also potentially some new pools. But got to get all those tidied up and fixed first. Next big thing, me and Dave have been talking back and forth. I believe he's ready to re-enable withdrawals coming up in the next week or less. Getting the main Web3 portal, all it's from the rollback that we had to do, getting all those issues. Rad CPU man says he has to mine through a VPN. Oddly enough, my ASICs, like my Avalon Q, can mine directly, but then I can't access the front end without going through a VPN. So kind of weird. Regardless, though, Web3 withdrawals coming soon, hopefully before next live stream. So that is good. Other than that, am I missing anything, Dragon? There's a lot going on, but not a lot going on. Like not a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, there's not a lot of new things going on right now. I'm in talks with the main server operator for the data center. He's in talks with the data center. We're trying to get it all figured out because it sucks gone through like a proxy and VPN and all that. Especially when you got like me, I've got I think 11 or 12 phones now, and then we got one guy that has almost 300 devices and trying to get 300 devices to do that. Luckily, he's on a proxy, so he can just whip it right over.
Yeah. So I guess this could pertain to Varus, but a company that makes micro PCs, and I talked to Vaping Dave about this, but they actually probably produce them for, I believe he said Ace Magic, but these are unbranded. They reached out to me and they wanted me to review their product and see if I wanted to sell it on my web store. And I was like, absolutely. There's not much margin on these things, but they said, if I buy a certain amount, then we could get them branded. I thought that'd be kind of cool. We could get like some Jellyfc ones, maybe potentially, or we just save the money and get them unbranded. But they were Ryzen 7 5800Us, which are 8 core, 16 thread. And I think Vaping Dave said those were somewhere around like 20 something mega hash. And I believe it's at 30, 35 watts. So pretty efficient on the CPU side of things. Yeah. And I think I'd be able to get them and resell them right in like the low $200 range. And that would include a 500 gig NVMe drive and 16 gigs of SODIMM DDR4. So I know a lot of like the cheaper ones, they'll come unloaded. So then you have to put RAM and a drive in it. And that kind of adds up the price. So this one would come fully loaded, ready to go, plug and play. And I think landed and everything for me able to be able to resell them, I'd be right at like 210 to 220, which seems like a pretty good price when I'm looking around on like Amazon and stuff. But I'm gonna get all those details ironed out, and who knows, maybe a first batch or something we'll give. We love plug and play, absolutely, Skull Crusher. Maybe first batch we'll give all the Jellyfish people over in the Discord a discount. So I won't really make anything, but we can maybe establish a really good relationship with this company and, see if they can't give us some better prices. I know I have 3 of the little mini PCs. One of mine has the Ryzen 7. I think it's like the 78 something, 7000 series. And that bad boy chews away at Varus and like never gets hot. But I guess the chip's so, power efficient that it ain't like running an Intel chip on Varus, that's for sure.
Yeah, the nuclear furnace.
Yeah, the nuclear furnace for sure. But short of that, I'd love to buy a physical jelly miner. So there's been some works in trying to make our own like jellyfish lottery miner for like our Bitcoin pool, that kind of thing. But everything's kind of on ice until all the pool stuff is settled out. So yeah, it was a hurry up and wait. Me and Dragon were actually going back and forth on like numbers and trying to see what everything was going to cost and all that. But we pumped the brakes on all that. We want to get the front end and the pool operating flawlessly again, and then we'll add on top. Got to build those, put that foundation in, right?
Yeah, we've got the firmware ready for it. It's a couple of minor tweaks with it now, and I got to see if, because I was doing it for the little ESP32s, not with the screen, and the new ones that I'm hoping to get one in does have a screen, and see if it the firmware I wrote will work on it.
Yeah, and it'd be cool to change like the little artwork, even if it's just a GIF of it, like a jellyfish, just something different. But yeah, so if anybody has any questions, please fire them away now. Other than that, this is going to be a little bit cut short. As you guys noticed, one of our regulars, Trips, was not able to make it tonight. So I don't really have any information on the updates for like the phone app and stuff. I don't know where that's at. That's really not my area of expertise. I just normally bug Trips. So we just wish Trips a good night and good luck with all his endeavors. And we'll see him next week. Or you can go bug him in the Discord. You go ping him. What happened to Nubman? Nubman's my brother, and he currently doesn't have internet at his house, and it's been like that for like 2 months. But um, he was actually probably gonna pop in on one of my streams every now and then, but he's been out of town working, doing a whole bunch of stuff. He's a good bit younger than me, so he's still got a lot of life to live and a lot of things to do. But he's here, always in the background. If you need him, you can always ping him on Discord because he leaves his Discord notifications on his phone like a absolute madman. Whenever I'm around him, his phone's always going off, and it'll be like, Discord Warthog block, and I'm like, yo, you can mute that thing. Um, but he's like, nah, I like to just peek in there and see what everybody's doing. So that's kind of what's going on with Mr. Nubman. He's doing the early 20s thing, living his life. And I told him we can get him internet. He's kind of back in the woods too, but we can get him internet.
Run him a real long Ethernet cord from your house.
Well, I actually bought a bridge. So I was gonna bridge from. I said I'm like 2 miles through the woods from him, but my mom's house is about a mile, and I was gonna bridge from my mom's house down to. We have a garage, like a shop, kind of in between. Bridge it to there, put a router and Wi-Fi access point in the garage, so we have garage internet again. Because when that line got taken out, we no longer have garage internet, and the internet down in the bottom doesn't work anymore. But then also put a bridge there and bridge it down to my brother's house, so that way he would then have internet. Would be horrible latency, probably wouldn't be fast, but it would work.
Yeah, if you guys got somewhat line of sight between each other, you could always use a thing called a cantenna or a Yegi antenna. It's a directional antenna.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can use two Yegi antennas and more or less line of sight them as best as you can, and probably get not blazing fast internet, but at least enough to stream and everything else.
The bridges that I have, actually, Batman gave me one of them years ago, and they work pretty good, even going through trees and like the canopy and stuff. So I was surprised. Luckily,
Oh, really?
North Carolina, yeah, North Carolina, we get a lot of pine trees, so not a lot of hardwoods. So it's shooting through like a lot of foliage, but
Yeah, not very dense.
yeah, not super super dense, but yeah. So maybe we could get him online. I know he was itching to get on the poker tournament. He wanted to play bad. I didn't think it would work on the phone app, and then come to find out people were using the phone app, and he was like, "Oh man, I should have downloaded the phone app and done it." Will there be an update for the jellyfish drop? It has been the 5, I am thinking, for a month. So for right now, until we can actually get some revenue flowing back into jellyfish, which we do have some. So what I'm hoping is we created a little bit of buzz, and then we get some more buzz going, and then eventually, maybe some sponsors can help out with paying some more, maybe an ad spot, or even we have a sponsored section that for the poker stream in the beginning, so people can they can put their logo up, that kind of thing. But right now, we can't afford to raise the bonuses. So the only way you can get an additional multiplier raise is through proof of holdings. But I don't even think deposits have been re-enabled yet. He enabled them and then he disabled them. So I'm sorry about that, DJ Death Star. It is still probably going to be at 5 for at least the short term. What's a digital dumber? Deposits are back live. Okay. So he probably turned them back on again because he's almost done with withdrawals. I had some approved the other day. Awesome. Okay, good to know. It sounds like the system's working. If they were approved, good stuff. So yeah, I guess if anybody else had any questions, please fire away, and I'll do my best. And other than that, we're probably going to be heading off, and I'll be over in Discord because I do have some work to do tonight. And you're more than welcome to jump in. Always bug Dragon.
Oh, why do I get to be bugged?
I mean, you can bug me too. It's fine. Bug everybody, right?
Yeah.
Give it another like 30, 45 seconds. That way people can type if they want to type. We got 11 people online right now. Not bad. I think during the poker stream it had peaked up to like I think it was like 16 people at one point. Not bad for like
Yeah, it
a
was.
Tuesday night.
I think it was 16 or 18, somewhere around in there is where it peaked.
Yeah, and then it held right around like 9 to 10, kind of tapered off at the end. Daniel Ashlock, hello and welcome to the live stream. You made it here just as we're about to turn it off. Lastly, is Trade Ogre still down? Don't know how to sell Wart. Yes, Trade Ogre is still down. I was actually sent over some information and some screenshots. So the Trade Ogre wallet that is current hasn't moved, at least as of like 4 hours ago, last time we were checking. But there's been some weird activity on the Trade Ogre wallet to a single address over the course of like a month. There's been like, I think it was like $600,000 worth that's been funneled out like day after day from Trade Ogre to this one wallet. That one wallet's still holding. Just seems kind of odd. So there's speculation that maybe there is something nefarious happening, but the official Trade Ogre wallet still has funds in it, and they haven't moved since they've gone down. There's been some people that said that, well, they're having an outage, server outage, but they haven't posted anything on their Twitter. So a digital dumber said Bitcoin Tree and CoinEx both have support for Wart, so they could dump. I believe that wallet is Coinbase, which has a high volume, so they could. Yeah, there's speculation on that as well. So yeah, I don't know. It's not good. I didn't have a ton of money on there. Maybe the issue is for USA folks. Yeah, Binance. Okay. I think I had maybe like a couple $100 of like random coins and stuff. I don't keep a lot on there. Just like I didn't have a lot on in ZegX either. Did you have some on there, Dragon?
I think I had like 5 or 10 because I did a lot of all my consolidations to buy in more jelly.
Well, yeah. Digital Dumber says Bitcoin Tree is I guess that's how you say it. Coin Tree is available for USA. Did you hear that? I think I got moved in Discord. Oh, it put me in AFK. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. As soon as I know anything solid about Trade Ogre, I definitely will make another video. I was super surprised none of the other content creators. I don't think anybody's actually posted a video or anything. Because I was trying to look and I was like, dang, maybe I should say something because some people are like, what about this? What about that? And kind of like, condense the information all down in one spot. It's weird because I thought everybody uses Trade Ogre. I've been using it for a long time. I hope they don't rug on everybody or didn't rug. I kind of enjoyed the old style, like retro feel of the website too. But oh well, I guess it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it now. So most of us can't trade and sell coins on most of the exchanges. Hopefully this admin will change that. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy. Just open the gates back up to Binance. At least in North Carolina, we can't even use Binance US. I think some places in the US can, but we can't. So I enjoyed Binance. It worked. I don't know all the stuff that went into why it's no longer available, but yeah, that kind of stinks. I don't think Wart's on Binance though. Regardless. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Dragon, did you have anything to add before we get off here?
No, nothing really to add on at all. Not today, at least.
Yeah, not today. Anyways, with that being said, we will see you guys Is it this Sunday night for the community meeting, or is it next Sunday? I always forget.
I believe it's next.
Okay. Well, Sunday night in the Discord at 10 p.m. Eastern, correct?
That sounds correct.
10 p.m. Eastern time, we will have a community meeting. So I don't think it's this Sunday, but I'm not 100% sure. Lupe is the one that typically runs that. So I'll check with him, and if you need to know, ask in the Discord. And then if you want to see us on the next live stream, Thursdays, 9:30 Eastern time, we'll be here. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.